everyone, it's Anthony back here with another video on coaster pursuit. Hi. Today I wanted to give you all some information about an upcoming trip that I will be going on. It's my first theme park coaster specific pursuit or trip to the East Coast. I'm super excited. I've been looking forward to this trip for several months now of planning and just making sure that I get as much in as I can in the time that I have. The actual reason for the season is I will be going to a wedding. A couple of my friends are getting married in Pennsylvania. And so when they invited me to the wedding and I just figured out that I was gonna be able to go, I was like, let me see if I can work in some theme parks and some coasters into this trip. So I'll be leaving a week prior to the actual wedding to give myself a full week to just explore and experience and pursue some coasters that have been on my list for quite some time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I will be leaving here in just a couple days at the time of filming this. On Sunday, May 25th, I'll be flying out of Denver and landing in Philly, checking into the hotel, and then once I get stuff unpacked and settled, I'll have a rental car for this entire trip. I'm immediately headed to Casino Pier in Seaside Heights, New Jersey. So I wanted to see that area just because I know it's where the Jersey Shore was filmed, so I wanted to check that out. But they do have some coasters there, and I was like, that's in a relatively close driving distance, and I can probably knock that out pretty quickly. So I'll be headed there. It won't be until the evening, but that park, I believe, closes at 10 or 11 that night, so I'm hoping to get as much in the few evening hours as I am able to. So I'll be doing that. Then I'm running back to the Airbnb, which is actually closer to my second day park. I'll be spending that second day, Monday the 26th, at Six Flags Great Adventure. And so that's kind of one of the two highlight parks that I'm really excited about. The rides there, obviously I want to get on Flash Vertical Velocity, their newest Vekoma. I want to see what that's like, and that'll probably be my first ride because I heard capacity is pretty limited there, so I kind of want to knock that out. But aside from that, two of the biggest coasters that have been on my list for a long time, aside from King Ka, of course, but that's no longer an option, are El Toro and Nitro. Those two rides I've been dreaming about going on for a long time, those two coasters, so I'm super excited to get those. But of course, you know, Jersey Devil, that'll be my first time on an RMC single rail, so I'm really excited about that, or their Raptor model, so that'll be cool. And then, of course, Dark Knight Coaster. Then we have potentially Superman Ultimate Flight. I looked at the website and it said like reservation only, and I was like, oh, what's that about? So we'll see. But so full day there at that park. I went ahead and did the preferred parking, the Flash Pass, whatever I could in hopes to like maximize the amount of time I'll have in that park and what I can do. So that's a full day there, open to close. So that'll be really exciting. Back to the same Airbnb, and then the next day waking up super early, checking out, and then driving from that location to Allentown so I can go to Dorney Park. So that'll be the third park if we're considering Casino Pier Park. Dorney will be the third one. So very excited about that. That was kind of an add-on as I was like researching which parks would make the most sense to hit up. And I was like, oh, I definitely want to check out Dorney for sure. So I'll only be doing a half day there, but I am really, I'm really excited to ride Iron Menace, the newest coaster there at Dorney Park, their dive coaster. So I'm looking forward to experiencing that. And I'm actually really excited to check out Possessed too. Main reason being is I didn't get a chance to ever ride Wicked Twister while it was at Cedar Point, and I always looked at that coaster as like, whoa, that's so cool. And Possessed is like as close as we can get here in the US now. I'm not sure exactly how many of those models are still in existence, but I'm looking forward to getting on that too. So got a half day there. Again, preferred parking, fast pass, so I can maximize my time there. We'll see. But once I'm done with my half day there, I'm getting back on the road and boogieing over to Hershey Park. I have a one night stay at the Hershey Hotel, which I'm super excited to experience that hotel check out the food scene. They've got a couple restaurants and bars there. I'm like, oh, that'll be cool to check out. But Hershey Park also has their like extended hours or early hours thing with their tickets. So if you buy a day ticket, you actually have access to the park for the last 2 or 3 hours the night before. So it's perfect for people that are staying at the hotel. They get that extra few hours. So I'll be taking advantage of that in the evening, going and having some dinner, enjoying the hotel, walking around. And then that next day, which is Wednesday, the 28th, will be a full day at Hershey, open to close. Of course, Sky Rush and Wildcats Revenge are probably my top 2 that I'm very excited for. But they also just opened their Twizzler swing coaster, swing coaster. Their S&S Scream and Swing just opened, I believe, today to the public at the time of filming this. So hopefully that's available to me when I'm there as well. But of course, I really do want to check out Candemonium and Storm Runner are another 2 that I'm really excited about. Pretty much all of their lineup I want to hopefully check out. So I'm anticipating between the extra hours in the evening before that Tuesday night and all of Wednesday, I have their expedited, I forget what they call it, like their lightning pass. I'm just not sure what it's called, but their version of Fast Pass. I have that for that Wednesday too. So again, hoping to maximize my time there. And I don't have to worry about parking because I'm staying on site, so that'll be nice. So full day at Hershey. That night, I'm driving in after the park close into Philly, and I'll be staying 2 nights in Philly, staying Wednesday night and Thursday night in Philadelphia. So the Thursday plan is pretty light. That's just going to be some sightseeing. A lot of my friends will be coming in for the wedding around that time. So they're going to show me around their neck of the woods. A lot of my friends that are going are from that part of the country. So they'll be showing me around, and I don't have any park plans scheduled. However, if there is a lull in the day or they don't have any set plans or people have other stuff going on, I do have a soft plan to go to Sesame Place, but I doubt that's going to happen, but that's just an in case. So I'm not counting that in my full trip. That would be a maybe. So Thursday's kind of a wash. We're just doing friend stuff, touristy things. So after that, Thursday night, back in Philly, and then Friday morning, getting up and heading straight over to Knoebels. Knoebels is going to be the last park of the trip. So really excited for that one too. An older park, very classic. I can't wait to just experience the vibes of Knoebels. Really, really excited for that. Of course, can't wait to get on Phoenix to see how that is, if it really is the world's best coaster, the top rated coaster. I know it wins that award year over year. So I want to see for myself and experience it. But I'm also really excited to check out Flying Turns, a very unique kind of one of a kind ride. So I want to experience that. And then Black Diamond as well, just looks like a really interesting kind of dark ride coaster combo. So that'll be my day at Knoebels, probably a half day there. And then we're off to the wedding. The wedding, it will be just about 30 minutes outside of where Knoebels is located. So looking forward to all of that. The morning of the wedding is pretty open because the wedding isn't until the evening. So I do plan on making a little day trip up to the Poconos and maybe going on a hike. And I'd like to swing by Camelback Resort to ride their mountain coaster. It's just called Camelback Mountain Adventures Alpine Coaster. So one last credit before the wedding, and then that puts us into Sunday, June 1st, and I'll be headed home. So that's kind of my week-long trip. I'm gonna have some friends coming along with me for various parks, some people that I've met online in coaster communities, as well as some friends that are going for the wedding. So I should have a few people coming along for various days. Some days I might just be, riding coasters solo, but that's totally fine by me. But I do plan on vlogging every day and sharing vlog videos for each day. So, a day at the evening at Casino Pier, Great Adventure, Dorney, Hershey, Knoebels, and then like the little Poconos trip. So it should all be their own individual videos. We'll see how that all pans out, but that's kind of the soft plan. So I'm super excited to share my first time with you all going out to the East Coast and pursuing some of these coasters that several of them that I've been looking forward to riding for so long. Sky Rush, El Toro, Nitro, there's a lot of them, but I'm just thrilled. I'm thrilled. I can't believe that it's like finally here. And I know that's a lot of coaster enthusiasts kind of stomping grounds, so they visit those parks all the time. But for me, I'm like, this is this is my big trip for the summer, I think. So I'm really looking forward to it. When we take a look at how many credits are potentially going to be a part of this whole Whistle Stop tour, we're looking at about 43 coasters, potential credits that, that I'll be able to get under my belt. Of course, that depends on downtime, if there's any inclement weather that impacts that, but I'm hoping that I'll get as many of those as possible. And that would put my coaster count to 75 at the end of this trip if I was to get all of those. So more than doubling my current coaster count in 1 week as opposed to 38 years. So this is wild for me. I'm so excited. I can't wait. So yeah, 5 parks, 43 potential credits, a potential credit count of 75 by the time this is all done. And I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. I did a lot of research into which path, which coasters to hit up first based off of capacity and all of that stuff. But of course, weather and maintenance issues can definitely throw a wrench in that. And that Thursday, that's kind of a flex day where I don't have any plans. I could also see myself using that as a makeup day if something happens at one of the parks where I'm not able to get on some rides that I was really hoping to, then I might just do a second day in that park to try to make up for it. So we'll see. I'm hoping, and hope with me that things go well at all of these locations. So yeah, I got meal passes, parking, it's all done. It's all done. Now it's just a matter of getting there and getting in those lines and riding some coasters. So really looking forward to it. Let me know what your experience is at any of those parks, what your favorites are, what rides you recommend I hit. Specifically, I'd love to hear some suggestions for any flat rides that you're even though you're there to get those credits, you definitely want to check out XYZ, because I really didn't do too much research into the flat rides and other attractions at these parks. I really was pretty coaster focused. So let me know if there's some things I definitely do need to squeeze into the day in between the coasters. So yeah, also if you are going to be in that area and want to potentially meet up or go to a park together or just say hi, whatever the case may be, let me know. You can always shoot me an email. My Gmail is coasterpursuit@gmail.com. It's also available as a link in the About Me section for the channel. So if you're going to be in the area or you're a local and you're like, hey, it would be cool to, go check out a park with somebody, let me know. If you want to show me the ropes of how to attack each park or one of the parks, I'm more than happy. The more the merrier. So just let me know. So yeah, I'm going to get myself packed, ready to go. And I can't wait to share this trip with you all. Don't forget to subscribe, share this channel with fellow coaster enthusiasts, friends, family, whatever you so choose. It's always greatly appreciated. And we'll see you for this upcoming Coaster Pursuit. Bye.